We have done it, my brethren. Rejoice. The fruit god has been appeased.
I knew when I started the channel that I wanted to do a video on Sly Cooper. I had no idea what it would be or when it would happen. Originally I wanted to just do one video that covered the whole trilogy, and as we know that didn't happen. But now it's done, and it's just so weird having all these ideas that have been, percolating in my head finally out there for the public to interact with. And what's made that really gratifying is that people have engaged with it so strongly. I'm always worried I'm not making sense or that I've set myself up for failure, and everyone's discussing these ideas in my head like they're real and tangible, and I never really get over that. It's just such a cool and weird thing that these videos allow me to do. So thank you for everyone who's engaged with the Sly IV video and the rest of the trilogy, and I really hope I did this series some justice. Just feels great to have it out there and off my shoulders. Some real Sinbad stuff right there, I want to give another shout out to my boy Jake Weller, who composed the cover of Run With Us at the start, and also did some underscoring near the end. The guy just blew my socks off with his work, and I'm really hoping to collaborate with him again in the future. If you go to his channel, he's actually put a full version of the cover he did for the video on there, so please go check him out. Extremely talented boy. Same goes for my wonderful voice actors who brought real life to the comics. I've always wanted to give dubbing those comics a go, and this was a really good avenue to kind of set the stage for what they do for the games and how they set up the voice that followed. And of course the actors just brought it to, a whole other level. Please give those guys a follow, it would really make me happy, and maybe I'll do another project in the future that uses some of these guys, so watch this space. So with all of this said and done, I think we've got to talk about what's next for the channel, and I want to make a couple of announcements. Because, I'm sure you have questions like, where's Sly IV? What about the Patreon? What other videos have you got planned? Where's Sly IV? What'd you have for breakfast this morning? Where's Sly IV? Where's Sly IV? Where's... Okay, you get it. Sly III was a really difficult video to get done, and I was never sure how to organise around it because I never really knew when it was going to be finished. I did so many different drafts, and I always thought, oh, maybe this will be the last one, maybe this will be the last one, and that didn't really come to pass until much, much later. I wasn't sure in the meantime if I should continue with videos for the same reason, because I didn't know whether or not I was going to get to the end of making Sly 3 and have that be prepared and done, or if I needed to put all my chips on it and just not focus on anything else, so I was very confused as to where to go. There were other projects I did have going on the side that just got way too big, they're huge, and I had to just bin them in the end. They got, really unwieldy, and that was quite stressful. I tried to do some updates on my Patreon to give my patrons content, but nobody really reacted to what I was doing that much, so I kind of felt a bit lost there. I wasn't sure if I should be putting as much time into that as I was worrying about Sly 3. So I know now the kind of changes I need to make. The experience just taught me what my limits are, so I really need to address those. The Patreon is going to essentially get stripped back. I made promises on there that ended up pulling focus from my main content, and that's why you guys are, supporting me in the first place. I made big promises for videos and tiers that I thought would keep me motivated and fans motivated, but it wasn't cutting it. I couldn't actually end up writing that content very well, and it just distracted from the other stuff I needed to be doing. So I've got to be honest with you guys, and I've just got to do what I think is best for the channel, which is, using that to just fund me and focus on my main content. Obviously, any and all feedback is appreciated. I still want to try and do some special things for the patrons. I was writing some behind-the-scenes mini-blogs, and I'm thinking about maybe putting that into a video, and I don't know whether or not I should make that exclusive, or if I should even do it. So, please let me know what you guys want to see, and what you think would be for the best. I'd really like to get more of these Beyond Words out if I can. There's a couple things that I've wanted to say off the cuff that I think I could do for short videos, but again, I was just way too distracted on other things, so maybe now I can put more time into it. Can finally make proper use of this channel and the fact I have all these ears listening now, and gotta use this, man. I've got to bother the hell out of you about Bionicle or something. The money is still incredibly helpful, not just because it lets me do this and stay alive and productive. I record games or write or edit pretty much every day, so I'm always working on the channel. But also because it pays for stuff in the videos, like the music and voice actors. It also went towards an extremely nice new PC that the Gaming Brit came over to help me build, and well, by help I mean he did it all himself while I stood around tapping the box. It was a fun time. We got a lot of important things done that day.
What kind of game are we going to play, Charlie? What are we going to put on?
We're going to play a hardcore game
Oh,
that
let's
really
see what
matches
this
the power of this £1,400 PC. Let's do it.
Let's see what it is. It's the Yoda's Challenge!
It's been interesting switching myself over to this PC, but man, it's a world away from my Mac laptop that I've been working on, where I was splitting the Sly videos into 4 chunks just to be able to have it run properly. I've already gotten to grips with my new editing software, and I have a video ready to come out very soon. One I was working on in terms of writing during the last couple days of editing on Sly IV, so please keep your eyes peeled for that. It's coming. It's coming down the track. Crashy Jones. I'm really hoping that with your support so far and this new machine, I can get to making stuff a bit faster. I'm going to focus on shorter content for a while and do the big content in the background. There's some bigger things on the way, but I like doing the shorter videos, not just because it's less stressful, but also I discovered so much more of a challenge to try and find a shorter, more helpful way to get my thoughts across. It's a proper sort of mental workout, and I really enjoy it, and I think I'm getting better at it. I think it's closing in. Psychonauts and Gem were my attempts to go back to that, and I was very happy they got done. It also helped get the pressure off myself before committing fully to Sly 3, knowing that I could do that before I put all my chips in on the big thing. I'm really hoping I can keep that up in the future and not let you guys down. As for Sly 4, because people keep asking me, I've said it before, but just to reiterate, yes, I'll do a video on it. No, I don't know when. Some asked why I haven't included it as part of the retrospective, and I don't think that's a difficult question to answer. The trilogy is as much about Sucker Punch and their ability to tell stories as it is about Sly. It's a very clear, separate body of work, and I wanted to discuss how they built a franchise that people cared about. There were no concrete plans to carry on that ending literally. I know a lot of you guys are hung up on that, but all the evidence shows they were done and ready to move on. Even if they were happy to cheekily leave the door open to someone else, they were officially over. But I just think it's fair that the videos kind of end there for now. Sly IV is a case study of its own, and when I do it, I'm probably going to take more of a Matthew Matosis approach, where it's a really plain critique. I've already done a lot of research and notes and drafting, but I need to give it some time and some space to breathe between the lasting impact of the trilogy, and it's probably not even going to be as long as those videos. So yeah, it will happen, but I've got a lot of other fishies to put on my fries, as it were. Once again, huge thank you, all of you people who you know, listen to the shit I have to say. I mean, that's such an odd thing for me, that this stuff comes out of my mouth and somehow it has meaning to other people. That's... bleh. It's crazy. All I hope is that, for those of you who really enjoyed that, is that I can live up to that stuff, and I've got stuff coming up. I don't know if it will, I hope it does. You guys will be the judge, I guess, but just thank you for getting involved, really. That's it, man. Wow, I'm out of words. I'm gonna get lost and finish the next video. Maybe watch some stuff. I just finished Better Call Saul, aka best show ever. I just finished The Terror, aka best show ever. Now Desperate Housewives. I'm super late to the party, but that street's whack, man. I gotta know.